All right, hi there everybody out there in YouTube land. This is my first official live cast that I'm doing. I've done a couple here just to test and see what's going on here. I'm preparing. Today is May 22nd. Tonight, 7 p.m. Central Time, I'm going to make a forge for you, going to live cast it, take a few questions. We're not really taking any questions today because I don't have the old computer set up for it here. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making a garden trowel here. This is a piece of 16 gauge steel. Not really a garden trowel, but I need this to mix up the plaster of Paris and sand that I'm going to use to line the inside of the forge tonight. So I'm going to show you how I make it, and as well do this as a test and check out my camera angles. I've got it right now. What you see my fat face on here is the little webcam on my laptop. I've got a new Canon camcorder coming. This is the DSLR here that you see here. And I've got the camcorder coming, which I'm going to use for the split screen, etc. So let's go ahead and get started here. I've got my plate shear that I'm going to use to cut this. Now you can make this thing a work of art if you want, or you can make it nice and simple. I'm going for simple. I don't need anything too high tech or high class here. Now I was hard-headed when I first started doing a lot of fabricating. I would use my cutting disc on an angle grinder to cut a lot of stuff, and it would take you a while to cut something like this out here. You could certainly do it, but one of these shears here, I think it's about 150 bucks, like that, whatever. When I finish up the video, I'll put the link down below where you can get this. It's from Kaka Industrial. Pretty good tools here. I've got several of their tools here. Okay, so what we're going to do now here, we're going to bend this bad boy, and we're going to weld up the handle that I've got on it. This is going to be a very crude tool. Like I said, I don't need much. So pardon my ass while I turn the camera around. Okay, so all we need to do here, what I'm going to do is I want to put a little bend on it. If I wanted to get fancy, I'd take my bead roller and I'd roll a bead in here to strengthen it. But I figure if I just cup it a little bit here, that's going to give me all the strength that I really need. And we're going to be doing welding, so whenever you do any welding, it's important to have a container of acetone around. Actually, I'm kidding. Let's get that out of the way here. You know what? We're going to get high tech here. There we go. We got the old sandbag on the stump. Let's go ahead, just give it a few whacks. Just a little something to dish that over, get some curve on it here. There we go. That's all I'm really looking for. Nothing too fancy. Now then, let's get over here to the bench. Okay. And all I'm going to do is weld this bad boy up here like that. It's going to be a real simple tool for mixing up my my plaster of Paris and my sand. And let's get some power tools out. Come on. Pardon my ass here while I fish out the cord. All right, hey, Puddle's pity party, right? There we go. Tell you what, I have learned respect to these power tools here. I had one of these once. I was operating it without the guard, go figure. I was using my face shield. I dropped it. It fell on the concrete. I picked it up. I used it. Worked fine. I picked it up again, and I wasn't using the extra handle or the guard, and I put it on a piece of metal to grind it. The disc literally exploded. It knocked the tool out of my hand. It came and hit my thumb. Cut my fingers too, and I had to stop. I was counting all my, digits there. I was good there, and let it bleed out a little bit. Put some super glue on it, but I'm a little bit more careful nowadays. All right, and that's all we're going to do here. We're just going to weld it right up there. If I got it, yeah, we're just going to put a little quick bead right there. See if I can get it where you fine folks can see what I'm doing. That should be good. Let's fire up the old MIG. What do we got? I dressed this up here. That'll hold. Y'all got a half-assed view here. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. Okay, we're going to do this with my Hobart Handler 140 MIG. Now what I'm going to aim for, I'm going to first hit the bottom piece just a little bit and then kind of work a little bit more to the top. I don't want to get this too hot and burn any holes. I won't, but I'm going to work quick enough. There we go. and dirty, what I'm do, I'm going to dress it up. Let's see here. Whoop, let's get this in the damn camera here. I'm going to dress it up with my grinder a little bit. I can go back and let's see here. Use the little anvil on this here. Hopefully now that I'm live casting, I'm going to keep my shop a little bit cleaner. All this clutter is pretty dangerous. I know, I'm taking a risk, and I have a huge fear of me cutting my manhood off while I'm live casting, and a few of you people laughing at me. My mother, bless her soul, she's no longer with us, so that fear of her laughing at me while I chop that part of my anatomy off is at least over. Let's see here. All right, come on. I guess something in there ain't working the way I want it to. All right. And there we go. I'm just going to dress it up a little bit with my my flap disc and get rid of the sharp points here from my hand so I don't get my dainty fingers all messed up. Tonight, 7 p.m., I'm going to be making, where we at? Where to put it? I'm going to be making a forge here, and I've got the box pre-cut. We're going to be using some black iron pipe here. I've got some holes drilled into it. Let's see if I can get this to cooperate. I'm going to weld this in here. We're going to fill the box in with plaster of Paris and sand mixture. It's going to be a charcoal powered forge. And I'm going to put this here, it's going to be the other end here. So we're going to have two box ends here. So it's going to be a box here. I've got some legs and feet we're going to weld up. And then the next live cast I do after tonight, I'm going to fire it up and show you how to bend some steel with it. I've been making a layback seat post using 5/8 inch bar stock, and I've been heating it up with my oxygen acetylene torch, and it's been getting so-so results. I've been using a lot of gas here. It'll take longer to do it with the charcoal forge, but the cool thing about it is I'm going to get it to working temperature. I'm going to get it glowing nice and yellow, orange hot, to where it's going to be at working temperature where I can manipulate it. I've got a tool that I put in my anvil, Hardy tool, that I use that'll help me bend it, and I can get the angles the way I want it to. Might even offer some people, once layback seat post, you got a specific angle you want, you give me the dimensions, I'll make one up for you. It won't charge you too much, so if anybody's interested, contact me. My website, HoustonMotorizedBicycles.com. My email, HoustonMotorizedBicycles@gmail.com. So, hey, until tonight, like I said, 7 p.m., we're going to be broadcasting live. I'm going to be building the forge. Thanks for watching. Take care.